Hi guys, and welcome to the Batch Lady, where I show you how to make fast, simple, homemade food that you can make in advance, put in your freezer so it's ready for whenever you need it. And this recipe is no exception because it's Easter! Happy Easter! So on Easter Day I always have lots of people around, and this is going to be my Easter dessert. Can you see that there? Now, I've already made this one, and it is hot cross bun bread and butter pudding. Now, bread and butter pudding is a great traditional dessert, and it freezes perfectly because it's moist, it's all in one dish, and you simply defrost it, heat it back up, and it is good to go. If it dries out slightly, add some more cream on the top. So I'm going to show you how to make it today. So with this bread and butter pudding, it's going to feed quite a lot of people. I reckon that this might feed probably about 14 people because it's got 12 hot cross buns in it, so not everybody's going to eat a whole hot cross bun each. I'm going to serve it with some vanilla ice cream. So in here I have got 12 hot cross buns, just like your usual. I got these ones from Tesco. Just your lovely little Easter smell, amazing hot cross buns. Okay, so I've got 12 hot cross buns. I have half a jar of apricot jam, a third of a packet of butter here. I've got some eggs, some double cream, and some milk. Okay, it's that simple. You can even freeze it without cooking it, so you can just assemble the one that I'm going to, this one's been cooked, but the one I'm going to make today, I'm just going to assemble and freeze it without even cooking it, and then when it comes out, it's just going to take slightly longer in the oven. So this one here that's been cooked only needs to reheat. And I'm going to seal this up and put it in the freezer and label it ready to come out on Easter Sunday. But I'm going to make another small one today just to show you what to do, okay? So what you want to do is you want to take your unsalted butter, and you want to just, I always use a little bit of the packet of the butter, and just grease the bowl of the dish that you're using. And remember, this dish is going to be in the freezer for a while if you're making this well in advance of Easter. So it's a couple of weeks till Easter, but I'm getting organised because I'm the batch lady and that's what I do. And also I always end up having so many people. So make sure that you've got a dish that you don't want to leave in the freezer for too long. So I have my dish. Now I've taken my hot cross buns and I've just cut them into slices, just with a knife. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to butter some of the slices, just randomly. Some of the slices are going to be buttered, and some already have some apricot jam on them, because I figured you didn't want to watch me butter them all. You don't need too much butter. I'm doing this in a hurry, as usual, when I do these videos, because I don't want you to get bored and write in and say, can you go quicker? So I always try to go as quick as possible. But you don't have to worry about how it looks because it pretty much all goes into one big pudding, although it is quite nice to assemble them once you've done them. So most of these are buttered and have apricot jam. So what you want to do now is you want to take a sort of buttered one, an apricot jam one, a buttered one, apricot jam. If you don't like apricot jam, then try marmalade. Now this recipe, if you look at other recipes, they usually state, you add cinnamon and add some apricots and some raisins. But by doing this with hot cross buns instead of using brioche bread that I'd usually use, you don't actually have to, because it's generally got everything in it. It's got the spices, it's got the cinnamon, it's got the fruit. So it's perfect. Now what you want to do is just jam in as much as you can and make a sort of nice shape. I'm going to take that one out because it doesn't look so nice. I like to put the crosses on the top, and that there is probably fitted. How many have I done in this one? That's going to fit, that's taken 6, okay? So 6 has gone into this. So once you've buttered your dish and you've got your apricot jam, so this is apricot jam here, I just spread it on already. Okay, you want to put this to the side and grab yourself a nice big bowl. For this one, because it's quite a small one, it's only, I put 5 eggs in this big one. This little one's probably just going to need a couple of eggs. All the recipes will be on my website, www.batchlady.com, so please feel free to go on and have a look. Now, usually you would use 3.5 cups of milk if you're using a big one, but I'm just making the small one, so I'm going to do a cup, and a half. Now, for anybody that's new and never watched The Batch Lady, I use American cup sizes. More and more recipes are starting to use them, and it's because it's easier. Nobody wants to get weighing scales out and measure them. And I'm going to add in 2 cups of cream, or 1.5 actually, just because I've half the portion of everything. Okay, American cup sizes are great. Saves you measuring anything somewhere. Where is it? Here you go. You can get these from BM stores and really cheap places, and they're just conversion charts. You can get them on the internet, so you can get recipes and just, you know, change them to cups if you want to. So all I want to do is mix this up with a tiny little whisk that I've got. I don't need to go and get a mixer or anything out. Some people make a custard. There's no need. It's all going to cook together and make the same sort of thing. As long as you've whisked your eggs up good and it's gone right the way through the cream and the milk. You could add some more spices in it if you wanted to, but basically that is how you make the easiest ever hot cross bun bread and butter pudding with apricot jam, and that will be delicious. What you want to do is fill it up to the top like I've done there, and you see how much I've got left? That's fine, because if I leave that about 15 minutes, it's going to seep down and the bread is going to start to sort of mush it all together, and you'll literally see it go back down again. And you want to make sure that you've got the top filled right the way up again. So wait about 10 minutes and then refill it. You don't want to get a dry bread and butter pudding. You're going to put this in the oven for about 30 minutes. Doesn't take long at all. I'll put the timings in with all the instructions on my website. About 30 minutes, and then it comes out, and it's a great one pot thing. You can have it ready weeks in advance in your freezer. Great to do hot cross buns at Easter, but perfect if you just want to use it for any other time of the year. Use brioche instead and it works exactly the same. Thank you for watching. I am The Batch Lady. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the places you usually find me. I hope you have a wonderful Easter and that your friends love your hot cross bun, bread and butter pudding straight from the freezer. Bye.